Hello, hello, hello. It's Coach Esteban. We are continuing week 2 of your Tone Up Challenge. And today is really, I love this day. It's a fun, interesting one because not only is your body getting toned, not only have you learned how to shift and change your physique via what's my repetitions, what's my resistance training, do I do movement pattern training, do I do traditional strength training movements, am I using the free weights, am I using cables, am I using no weight body weight? So we covered all of that, and what we're going to cover today is, so what's next? What's next for you? Your body's changing, your wardrobe no longer fits you the same, and you truly want to accentuate the body that you have. It's about being sexy. Like, it's bringing back your sexy, stepping into your sexy. So we've got a specialist. We've got the Stacey G. She's going to be guiding you through that. So we are coming off of a holiday, and I want you to stop and ask yourself, are you on plan to hit your goal? So right now, our trajectory is summertime. Are you on plan for hitting your goal, or do you have to reset your week? And that's okay. You know, if that's you, if you just came off of Sunday and you're like, oh man, I either got way off plan or I'm way off target. If that's you, put me in the comments, because that's just real. And then what I want you to ask yourself is, what do you have to create this week? And I'm going to put it that way. What do you have to create this week for you to feel successful? Like, what's a win for you? And it could be different for everybody, from the hitting so many fitness programs per week. You know, I'm going to dedicate whatever the number is to you fitness programs. If it's, I want to make sure that I'm really sticking to my evening meal plan, whatever structure, it's going to be different for everybody. So when I granularize my question to you is, what's going to encourage you? What do you get to create this week to encourage you to be like, I got this, I'm back on track? Because the reality is, it's life. We slip off track all the time. And what does it take for us to get back on track? So I want you to identify what win this week will encourage you to continue investing into yourself, into your longevity, into your sexiness. And hey, it's okay to say that. A lot of times people feel ashamed or bashful. It's like, well, but it's not about the cosmetics. And it is about the cosmetics. Like, there's nothing wrong with looking the way that you want to look. There's a reason we enjoy and are attracted to certain physiques, because subconsciously we can identify health, longevity versus illness, sickness, and disease. So whether you're going for longevity and health or you're going for cosmetics, it blends together, and it's okay to look and feel sexy. Like, I'm really wanting to push this movement where we're unapologetically sexy. Step into your sexiness. If you want to be on that train, put sexy in the comments. It's like, hey, I know it's okay to be sexy. Hey, when I put on my attire, I want to look and feel that way. And if feeling sexy you think is a dirty word, we're going to change that mindset right now. So Stacey, I'm going to bring you on.
Hi.
With us today, we have the Stacey G. There we are. You do custom work. Like, for those that haven't met you or know your background, if you could give us a quick highlight of who you are and how you can support them.
For sure. So I am Stacey G, and I have a background in professional dance from a lifetime ago. And in my mid-20s, I shifted into doing custom costuming, which then shifted into doing custom clothing. So primarily we do custom costuming for competitive and recreational dancers. And also We do custom clothing for performers, for the everyday human, for, to Esteban's point, for people who, perhaps don't enjoy what comes off the rack in the store for whatever that reason is, whether it's your anatomical shape or whether that's your vibe just doesn't exist out there in retail fashion.
Yep.
So that's the Stacey G experience.
I love how we can get high quality and just one of a kinds from you. It's, when you get a Stacey G original, I guarantee you there's no other like it anywhere in the world, which is fascinating. So the reason we brought you on today is we've got some individuals in the VIP experience right now that have lost a considerable amount of weight. Their body's shifting. This is the tone up challenge, and they can see their waistline trimming up and getting tight. They can see that the little definitions in the arms that, we had the booty blaster this weekend, that booty's lifting, it's getting tight. So you've created a multi-step program on how to like redesign your closet. So if you can go over that, and how do we dress for success?
For sure.
I'm gonna spotlight you, and then I'll let you do your thing.
Okay, cool. Well, there's like me right there. So I've come up with a 5-step program, I guess, for lack of a better term. And I went through this myself. So when I transitioned out of being a professional dancer, my body changed because I wasn't training a kabillion hours a week anymore. And I wasn't doing the same kind of exercise that I had been accustomed to. And so I was like, I don't understand what's happening to my body right now. And so I went through my own closet and was like, okay, what do I absolutely hate? And what do I absolutely hate the way it makes me feel when I put this on, And so the first step, and y'all will probably be familiar with this, is to create your vision and or what it is about your vibe that you want to walk out into the world with. And I'm sure you've played this game in various different ways. So for myself, it's that, I'm fresh, I'm funky, I'm powerful, I'm free. And so how do I find things that I can put on my body that help evoke that within me?
I love that. So if I could hold there for a second. So when you're watching this, and we've got multiple individuals here that are private clients, or part of the K7 method membership, is step one, is truly identifying, what your goal and your vision is. So Stacey, you as a private client also, over the past year, how much weight have you dropped?
Since August of 2022, I've dropped, give or take, 25 pounds.
So 20, one goal could have been 25 pounds.
Yeah.
Boom, hit that goal. However, one of the conversations that we had, and what's beautiful is as a custom designer, she does this with her clientele also, was the vision. Are you okay with sharing what yours was and is?
Yeah, for sure. I am a powerful, free, committed woman, and we get to go out into the world feeling that way. So whatever it is that you evoke on the inside, we want to reflect that and, focus out with it the way we walk through life with
awesome. And you notice that vision was not a number. However, they both related to each other, because a number does not define her. So remember and understand that the number does not define her. However, it is one pathway that can unlock that way of being for her. So she knows 25 pounds ago, her energy wasn't there. There was lethargic, and you're powerful, free, and committed. You can't be powerful if you're sick and tired all the time. It's not going to happen. So I love how you tie that in, and let you keep going with your steps, and I'm gonna double dutch back and forth with it.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. And so going on to step 2 is that you evaluate what's in your closet. Does this is this aligned with what I want to go out into the world with and what I've defined as my vision? B, does it fit still? And does it fit in a way that is aligned with my vision? So like, you've got your favorite pair of pants, and Camille, you spoke to this the other day where somebody had gifted you this wonderful skirt, yet, you didn't want to get rid of it because you loved it and you really enjoyed the way it made you feel looking at it, but wearing it didn't evoke that same sensation. And so now, as you're going through your transformation physically, you're like, heck yeah. And you're putting on this same thing and you're like, yes, this is making me, want to move forward wearing this outfit. And so it doesn't mean that you have to throw everything out. And this is the key thing that I think people forget, is that they're like, oh, like I don't have, and how many times have we said it? I don't have anything to wear. Meanwhile, your closet's like overflowing, right? And so you can take the things that really resonate with you and are like, yes, I'm going to hang on to this because of XYZ reasons, or I'm going to get rid of it because I know for sure I'm never going to wear these pair of pants from 1974. I'm no longer that human being. And that was one of the biggest things that I found with myself, where I was like, I love this piece, but this is not who I am anymore. This does not reflect
That's so good.
who I am now, and who I want to continue to evolve into moving forward. And so what does this represent? It represents before, and we want to go forward.
And when I'm hearing you say that, a lot what comes into mind is different phases of my life where I felt differently. And if I put on a specific suit, like, man, I feel in charge. I feel important. I remember growing up, I wanted to be a ninja. So I would dress up like a ninja or watch some Kung Fu theater, whatever. And just because I wore that, I would embody that. And if I would put on something that was from the floor, all wrinkled up, maybe it stunk, maybe it didn't, I put it on, I kind of felt like shit. I put shit on me, and I felt that way also. So that's what's coming up to me as you mentioned that, Stacey, is what I'm hearing you say for me, and it could be different for each one of us, is this aligned to my vision? And I may like that shirt because it evokes certain memories that I had some good times. However, it's not aligned with who I be or who I'm committed to being. Is that the message you're sending? Awesome.
Absolutely. And that's a great way to move into step 3, is that you then have, you're not so overwhelmed with like, oh my God, nothing fits. Oh my God, I have nothing to wear. Oh my God, none of this I don't like any of it anymore. You can really pick out the pieces that have potential and or still, resonate and align with how you see yourself walking around in the world. And to Esteban's point, we've all heard the stereotypical, like, you wear a red power tie when you go to the interview and that's going to nail your job interview or whatever, or, the stereotypical things about like women in a power suit, or, men matching their belt to their shoes and all those sorts of things. I think we forget that there's logic behind it. It's not just because it looks good. It's because it not only evokes certain feelings in you, but also a perception coming back towards you. So you can walk into a space with authority and people trust in that authority because you actually believe it within yourself. And so now we have the opportunity to decide, do we want to create new pieces and or tailor the existing pieces? I've got some pieces that I love them. They're now super huge on me, but I have the ability to come in here and, tweak them out so that they either fit better or they have a completely new vibe to them. And awesome. So that's where we come in as the experts to create that with you / for you.
So what was the specific number 3?
That's number 3, yeah.
So what do I write down for them?
Oh, you create new pieces / tailor existing pieces.
Got it. Create new. I'm going to put create new. Because even if we tailor them, it's a new piece for me at the moment. Awesome.
Yeah, this is where you put your feet to the fire. And I don't know if you all used to watch those shows where it was like they would do like clean sweep and stuff, and they'd say the memory is not in the object. And that's what it is. And honestly, like, I had to really reconcile with myself and a little bit of grieving too, where I was like, yeah, like, I'm not this human anymore, and it's okay to let that go. And it's okay to Esteban's point at the beginning, it's okay to step into and live authentically from that place that only you know yourself to be, like, your inner truth, and it's time to like share that with everybody else. So from there, so now, there's a bit of time here where some tailoring and creation happens, and, we get to, this is really the fun part for me, where I get to see things come to life, and I get to see, this is my favorite part of the journey, when clients come in and they try on their new stuff, and I don't even have words for, like, we actually just had a client in this morning who tried on her final dress, and like just the sheer joy, and she actually wanted to leave in it and go back to work in it, even though it was like head to toe sequins. She was like, I'm just gonna walk into work. So from here we mix and match. Now you've got your new pieces, you've got the pieces that you've decided, you're gonna hang on to, they still fit. We take some accessories that you do, like shoes, belts, purses, laptop bags, whatever those are, earrings, necklaces, whatever those are for whatever gender you are. And we put them all together and create some staple outfits for you. Usually 3 to 5, where it's like, these are my go-to pieces for my powerful, free, committed woman vibe that I'm walking out into the world as.
So what comes to mind there is, we wake up shitty days sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I say that today specifically because I had at least 50% of my private clients with the, oh man, I effed up. And, my coaching is, there's no effing up. It's
right.
Just, okay, so I tripped and I fell. Now let's get back up. So what I'm hearing is, when I have those 3 to 5 power pieces or vision pieces, like today would be a great day for that. It's like, I get to cleanse myself, and I get to wear the attire that represents and evokes that way of being. Love
Yeah.
that.
100%. We've all been there, where you wake up and like, let's say you're sick, you have a cold flu, but you still got to go do whatever things you got to go do in the day. And so you're like, you know what, maybe if I look better, I'll feel better. And it actually works. There's days where I have back to back clients, and I need to be laser sharp. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to wear usually, some star fishnets and like my power heels, and I'm just like in charge, whereas today I'm super cash in my leggings and whatever. So, and like, that's okay. It's okay to have that reflect however it is, you are, and or however it is you want to be. It gets to be both. And so the last step is really freaking easy. It's the best. You just go out and you live your best life as the you that you know yourself to be. You bring it all together. And you step out into the world and test it out, where you're like, what, this one, like outfit number 3, it's the freaking, like, it's the one that I show up to the meetings that I really don't want to go to with XYZ person that drives you right nuts. But you can handle it in this outfit. You can handle it. This one, outfit number 4, is what you're wearing Friday night to get on the sexy train with JT, And again, like, going back to the first step for a hot second, if there are things in your life or experiences in your life that that you want to go into, like if part of your vision is your love and relationship, and you're going to be dating a lot, or you're going to be pursuing people, and you want to present in a certain way in order to give yourself that confidence, then cool, let's explore that. It doesn't need to be all of it. It can be very specific.
I love that.
Yeah.
If you guys have specific questions, put it in the chats. So I want to, well, we've got Stacey and the VIP. We're going to come to you privately, so you can be coached by her one-on-one. As people are putting some questions in the chat, Stacey, a question that I've got for you is something that would embody and fuel the confidence. So it's I can't lean and wait, like, oh, I want the confidence so I can wear this outfit, or so that I can go to this event. So I've got to step into courage. Number one, you do it no matter what. You do it scared. So it's the courage and discipline, I know, get to be there first. What I'm asking of you is, what are some things that you have seen universal that would embody that confidence and sexiness? And when I say sexy, I want the listeners and watchers to be clear, I'm not talking slutty. So like I truly genuinely want to define the line of being empowered in your womanhood, being empowered into that there's a level of confidence, power, sensuality, and I know my role within my spouse or within the dating world. So what have you seen that's universal that could evoke that confidence and sexiness?
Yeah, and thanks. You just reminded me of something that came up while I was listening to you at the beginning. Is that when I think stereotypically when we hear the word sexy, we automatically go to like skimpy or small in size or porn. Like we automatically go to like actual sex. Whereas one of the things it goes hand in hand here. Just bear with me for a second. Where dressing for your body versus what an overall theme is important. So I think stepping into your sexy, I mean, we're all different, proportions, shapes, sizes, and you can quote unquote still be sexy, whatever that is for you. And in doing that, to achieve that, is this common theme that comes up, is that generally speaking, most people don't understand their own body. So for example, I'm very long-waisted. So for me to wear a high-rise pant makes me look like my torso is like 7 miles long. So looking at things like proportion, or somebody who is, shorter in size, shorter in height, you can wear a high-waisted pant with a crop top. Because then it's like, oh, you're like, I don't want to show my tummy. I can't wear crop tops. I don't want to show my tummy. Well, you're not. And then you're still on trend and you're still, doing something that you would never do. So I think what gets to happen is that you get to understand, and the word evaluate sounds really kind of like office-y, but but it's actually like assessing what the parts of your body are that make you feel confident and you are confident in, while you potentially are working on other parts of it. My legs are really great, so let's accentuate that. I'm not super keen on my midsection, let's not accentuate that, and we can work with that.
Love that.
Yeah, it gets to be all about you.
I just had a gazillion ideas, so I just went down 2 rabbit trails. One, it's what I do. One, I don't hide the fact that I think my wife is amazing. Like, if you don't know that, watch me for 2 seconds. And to me, she's sexy, and just the way she carries herself, from wearing her nasty ass overalls, from when she's cleaning out the stalls, and her poop covered boots and big old sweats, to the other day, yesterday, it was Little House on the Prairie type dress. Just the way she carries herself, and then her little arm showing. But I'm talking about a dress that's down to her ankles, and I'm like, wow, she's amazing. Like she shows up sexy, elegant, respectable, confident, all into one. So that's a first rabbit trail there. And what I see common in this world of transformation is, although this is a super cool sweater, when I meet people for the first time, they'll walk in something super baggy, and they're hiding themselves. Like, it just that confidence is not coming out. As they start to transform their body, and typically it's not weight loss, and then it's like, oh my goodness, you can see this rippled, and all of a sudden they come to the Zoom classes or the gym, and it's like, this shirt doesn't have any sleeves on it. This one's actually not a 10X. This one actually fits my frame. So where I'm going with that is, would you hold a workshop and a seminar that actually would go intensive on these 5 steps, and real life? let's do a before and after of your closet. And let's, by the time we're done on 4 and 5, if you could coach these participants to where they physically show you, and we'll support them to have those 3 to 5 outfits.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, you know, as I started working on this exercise, I started to realize.
If you want to be part of that, put me in the comments, because I'm like, holy cow, I could learn so much. Could you do it for? Would you want it exclusive for female, or would you allow some men in there as well?
Yeah, absolutely, whatever gender, you know, because the themes and the parallels are, everything layers on top of each other, and it's so interconnected. And
I'm getting me all in the comments. Okay, so here's a bonus. I'll cover your cost as a bonus when you enroll into the K7 method membership. So I want those of you that are on the fence and you're like, is the method membership for me or it's not for me? I want you to know and remember it's a 12-month program where your hands are being held. Yes, you have a nutrition component. Yes, you have a fitness component. Yes, you have an accountability component. You're assigned a K7 coach that holds your hand the entire process, because you're going to fall on your face. If you're more than a day old, you realize that you fall on your face during this, you know, and Stacey, I think of you and me, you know, we work privately and there's been some amazing days. And then other days it's like, I have no clue how this happened. I can't believe it happened. So we overcome that. You've got a support team of other like-minded individuals. You're going to have cooking classes. So these are all of the things that come along with it. How do you prepare an amazing meal in 30 minutes or less, so that the rest of your family's like, holy cow, can we have more of these like cuisine meals? Absolutely. So we'll show you how to do that as part of your membership. If you're on the fence, I'm going to gift you a workshop with the Stacey G.
Girl.
And if not, you can still come to it. I won't buy it for you. You pay her full rate with that. I think that would be awesome. So put me in the comments. I'll communicate with you. One of the coaches will communicate with you. We'll get you enrolled into the K7 method membership. I want you to realize that we're closing out the month. The end of this week, we're closing out the membership, because all of next week, we're going to be onboarding the new participants to be ready and prepared and ready to go come June 1st. So if you're hesitant and you're like, holy crap, half the year's gone, don't wait anymore. I mean, you've processed long enough. Put me in the comments. We'll communicate with you. You have multiple bonuses that are coming with this. It's going to be awesome. Facebook, YouTube, love you. Thanks for being live. And VIP, hang tight, because you get more of Stacey G here.
Thank you.